Are they?
Well, there's the isosceles.
Isosceles, which is where they are both equal. Is that what that word means?
Yes.
Okay. Both of those angles are 45 degrees, and of course these are for right triangles, right? So what we know if we have a 45, 45, 90 triangle is that both of those sides are same value, right? So we give them the value of 1, and we know that the hypotenuse is the square root of 2.
You can, of course, check that using the Pythagorean theorem.
Right. The other special triangle is the 30, 60, 90. And 30 and the 60 add up to 90, and then we've got a right triangle. And the rule that we use there is the side across from the 30-degree angle is 1. The hypotenuse is always 2. And the side across from the 60 then is square root of 3. Remember that?
And something that I always like to get students to do, because what they always forget, is that if you take the square root of 3, nope, not what I want to do, then you see that it's 1.73, okay? Now, you have to remember it as exact, but just remember that this is only 1.73. What's the point? What I'm trying to say is that remember that 2 is bigger than the square root of 3, because they always put the square root of 3 on the hypotenuse, okay? But don't. This, if you want to think about it, this is the square root of 4, isn't it? And the square root of 4 is bigger than the square root of 3.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do some examples. How do we solve these then, just using our special triangle relationships? Because remember, when you have special triangles, you're not going to be given a calculator to solve this, right?
That's right. This is all calculator-free work. Good point.
Calculator-free. So first thing I see is right triangle. Then I see the two 45, 45, so I know that my relationship is going to be 1, 1, square root of 2.
And we always like to just write them out like this.
Makes it easier.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we know? What do we have? We have a side that's 1, right? And that side is 5, so we simply put the 5 right there. So we know that the other one is also 5, so that goes right there. Now, in order to determine x, we're going to say, what do I multiply that by to get 5, right? 1 times 5.
5, of course.
So then 5 goes in every single spot. So we know that our x side is going to be 5 times the square root of 2.
So what this is this is your multiple.
Right.
You can think about it as what are you blowing up the angle by, the whole triangle by, and you always blow it up by the same ratio.
All right. Blow up triangles. All right. Okay, now we've got 30, 60, 90. So we've got the relationship 1 to square root of 3. Let's do the same process. 1, you would like the square root of 3. 2. Good. What do we have? What are we given? We're given the 1 side, so we know that that's equal to 8. So now we can figure out our multiplier, and our multiplier is going to be
8.
8, 8 all the way down. So now we have 8 square roots of 3. You want to do that one next? Doesn't matter. 8 square roots of 3.
Just because they asked
and
for it.
16, right? So let's fill it in. The 16 goes where? That's our hypotenuse. And our other side is going to be 8 square roots of 3.
If they asked us for it, yeah, then that would be 8 root 3.
Good.
Yep.
Okay, next one. Little bit harder now, right? So let's first label our sides. What do we have? Our one side is going to be our x, and we know our hypotenuse.
Oh, we know the hypotenuse here. I see why it's going to be harder.
Yeah.
So again, just write out all 3. And what we know here is we know the
hypotenuse, which is there, which is 24. So what do we have to multiply now by?
2 times what is 24? Times 12.
12.
So that means the multiple is 12. And they're asking us for the one side. So our answer is going to be
12.
Excellent.
Good. Now, same thing with the 45, 45, 45, 90 rather. So we start with 1, 1 square root of 2, giving us 1 square root of 2. What's going to be, what do we know? We know the 1 side. Yeah, bad example.
Yeah, because that's easy now. 1 times what is 12? 12.
12. 12.
So then the hypotenuse is going to be
12. let's go down to the last one. Maybe that has one that's going to give us a better
This one?
example.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that one. Okay, so this says find the perimeter of the triangle shown at right. So which triangle are they talking about? ABC, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we have to do in order to do that? We need to know what every single one of those outside lengths are.
Okay. Do you want to start with the small triangle?
Let's start with the small
Yeah?
triangle.
Okay. So we'll start with this. And I see that across the 30, this is going to be my 1. The hypotenuse is the 2. And then this is
Square root of 3.
of 3.
So we do the same process.
And then I just like to write all of them out. We don't always use all of them, as you see.
But it might help,
you know,
right?
yeah.
So what do we know?
The 1, because that's 10 root 3. Right? Because the arrow's pointing here.
Oh, very tricky. I would have gotten that messed up.
Okay, and
Okay.
so, but like, and I'm not interested in finding this right now. That's not going to get me anywhere, but I do want to find this right here, the 2 side, right? Okay, so 1 times what gives us 10 root 3? Oh, well, duh. That would be
10 root
10
3.
root 3. I'm not interested in this, although I can put them down. Okay, Ms. Borbe, so 2 times 10 root 3,
20 root 3.
20 root 3.
And then in the middle, let's do that one anyways, just for math's sake. Square root
Yeah.
of 3 times square root of 3
Ooh,
is...
good point.
3, right?
Is 3.
Square root of 9, which is 3, so that's 10 times 3, which is 30.
30.
Good. So, what are we looking for now?
Okay, well, okay, with this we know now that this is now 20 root 3. Now, we're going to look at the big triangle, right? So look, so now, this is the big one, this is the 1 side, and then this is the 2 side, and then this is the root 3 side.
Yep.
Yeah? Okay, so now we're going to do the whole process again. So 1, root 3, 2, okay. And now let's see. Now be careful. It used to be that this was the, what was this? This was the hypotenuse with this
yep.
one. And now this is the, you see, this is across the 60. So this is the root 3 side now. So we're going to do 20 root 3.
Right.
Ooh.
Okay, what's our 1 side now? That's what we're looking for, right?
Yeah, well, root 3 times what gives you 20 root 3?
Times 20.
20.
So 20, and we know that that's 40 down there. So where
And
can we
so-
fill these in?
Okay, so now we've got the 2, so this is going to be 40, and then this is going to be 20, and so we can find our perimeter. Our perimeter is going to be 20,
all the way around.
40 plus 20 root 3, and remember, these are like terms.
So we can add those, and we cannot add the 20 square roots of 3. Good. That does it. Thanks.